of your look.
So I did the Barbizon scam thing. Okay, so they made me bring my own outfit. The ankles, the shoes, hate that. If we cut it off, it wasn't too bad, but I remember this being the only picture that I liked. The floor's dusty. Please mop before you do a photo shoot. We bought the pictures. They tried to get us to pay for more, like for classes and stuff, and we didn't do all that because we just didn't have the money for that.
That used to be a scam. You know, the ones where you pay, you take the classes, you do the photo shoot at the end, and then you're just gonna be crazy booked. Why did that instantly remind me of this damn school? This Barbizon.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carina Rivera, and today's video might be a nostalgic video that I am super excited to talk about is Barbizon Modeling. And if you have not seen my John Roberts Powers video, please check that video out after this link below. This video is not talking smack about any of these companies. These are just awareness videos, as well as a couple of testimonies from real customers, real people who actually went to the school, learning about the industry and tips and tricks. And if this is something you like, please subscribe.
Hey, I need a lady boss, lady boss. I need a lady boss. Hey, I need a lady boss, lady boss. I need a lady boss.
Start this video. If as a child I had the opportunity to go to any of these acting and modeling schools, I would say Barbizon probably was the one that made me feel more at home, and I just liked what they said and how they treated me. Any of the other auditions that I went to as a child, so I want to start the video as a positive note. Barbizon Modeling and Acting School headquarters are located in Tampa, Florida. The school provides instructions and courses in domain of modeling and personal development, is what they say. According to their Wikipedia, it was established in 1939 in New York City, New York on Fifth Avenue by Helen Fraser, a fashion model and a teacher with her husband, Dr. Fraser, a dentist. Barbizon comes from a town outside of Paris, known for their painters. They fell in love with the town on vacation. As of now, they have over 200 locations, including Bangkok, Toronto, Santo Domingo, as well as Japan. Although Barbizon Modeling has an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau, there's multiple complaints. But before we get to all the complaints and all the hot tea, this video has been sponsored to you by Capital One. Need help repairing your credit or just getting started on your credit? Capital One gives you cash back for everyday purchases and get up to $100 for every friend that you refer, up to $500 a year. Capital One card. What's on your wallet? Link in the description below. Now, back to the programming. Barbizon Modeling and Acting School might bring a lot of memories for me. It's growing up and wanting to go to the school, begging my parents that I needed to go to the school to make all my dreams come true. When I tell you that Barbizon had a choke on me, it's very hard. They had a choke on me. I went to a lot of auditions such as John Roberts Powers and John Casablanca, and out of all of them, Barbizon would have been my dream school. It felt more like a home and everyone was super nice to me. They all have a few things in common. If you have not seen my John Roberts Powers video and John Casablanca video, don't mind watching those videos after this so you will not fall for them. It might bring you some nostalgia from the past. In the mid-2000s, advertisings for these companies were on the very record high. Radio, TV, and everywhere you went, including commercials. They would set up a casting call at these beautiful hotel ballrooms. Hundreds of students would be in line, having the chance to impress these judges. They would have you bring photos that you will never get back and ask you to model in front of the judges. What it felt like was misleading, that you were auditioning for a TV show or a Disney show when you're actually auditioning for a school. Depending on what location you went to, how much of a competitive city you went to, these people are not a casting call. It means you're not going to be in line to audition for a commercial. You're auditioning to go to a school that they will ask you to pay for. I think it's very important to be polished, as well as practice makes perfect. Every single person's gonna have a different journey. So when it comes to acting and modeling, never compare your success story to anybody else's, because everybody, as I said, has a different journey. Some people are gonna go faster than others. Some people are not gonna go anywhere, but it has to do with the amount of hustle that you put into it. always going to have to be looking for auditions. It will also depend on which location you are located. For example, New Orleans, Mississippi, Texas, Florida, New Mexico, Atlanta. These are cities that you most likely will not think that they have auditions. But when I tell you, the chances of you making it there are super, super easy compared to you being in California, being in New York, being in Chicago. You are competing with a lot of people. You don't have experience of being on set. The chances of you getting on set and somebody actually giving you a try or giving you an actual chance are going to be very, very slim to none. When you go into a set and you say, hey, I went to John Casablanca or I went to Barbizon Modeling School, they're just going to look at you and be like, okay. Been in many sets from TV shows, commercials, and movies, and none of them have ever asked me what acting school have I gone to. They just want to know that I can do the job. Barbizon Modeling has a really good reputation and it has a very bad reputation. Here are a few Google reviews as well as Yelp reviews of what people actually think of the company. I found this Tumblr page, well, the link will be on the bio. I am a former graduate and employee of the Barbizon Modeling School in Sundberg, Illinois. I have been both a student and an employee. I can verify that this school is a total waste of money. I paid $800 for my lessons back in the day in 1996. I know that the school charges more like $2,000 for the classes. I am writing this letter after several years of denial. I have never been someone to burn bridges, so I always try to look back at the positive side. However, there is no more denying it. Barbizon is a total scam. I was fortunate to have an excellent instructor who had great contacts. I did get a lot of work after I graduated. I did print work for Hunkton McFlynn and a ton of hair shows. I always got paid at least $80 or $50 a day. I was working at least 1 to 3 days a week. I knew that this wasn't going to make me rich, but definitely paid for some of my college courses. My point in disclosing my success isn't to brag, but hopefully give others credibility to those who might read this. My main point is that Barbizon did not get me one job. My training with Barbizon didn't get me one job. Yes, Barbizon teaches makeup and runway. However, I never ever had to do my own makeup at the job. And therefore, when you audition, people don't want you to wear makeup. Girls that have too much makeup are either asked to wash it off or leave. As far as runway goes, you could be better watching modeling on the runway and copying their moves. Run a movie like Gia. There's a lot of features runway, then copy it in front of the length mirror until you get it. Also, what Barbizon doesn't tell you that runway shows are generally choreographed. That means that you'll need to copy what someone wants. You are better not getting stuck in a particular style. You would be better prepared by practicing and clarifying styles that you will get mimicking what a choreographer wants. All of my success as a model, I want to say, I am a success story from a small market point of view. Came from practice. The best thing to do is to go as many auditions as possible. Part of learning to be a model is learning to audition. So you get more auditions, you'll get better. 4 more. She does go on, and as I said, if you want to read the full article, it is available on the link below. Here are some Yelp reviews for this school as well. Do not entertain Barbizon, it's a scam. All they want is, I wish I can give these 0 stars. Warning, avoid Barbizon Modeling Acting School at all costs. They claim to be offering modeling opportunities, and so on. As you can see, all these people are pretty mad at the company. Here's the thing. You don't need modeling experience to be a model. There's just different types of models. There's print, there's runway. Obviously, if you are not tall, you're not going to make it into runway. Print is your way. And if you want to get into acting, the best way to get into acting is by getting a manager. A manager that has a lot of clients will give you work and put you on set. Sometimes they charge a percentage and sometimes they don't. It just kind of depends on who manages you. Here are some people that went to the school and feel that they didn't get their money's worth.
The last day that I went, there are 6 days, but I stopped going after the 4th day because it ended up being a huge waste of time, in my opinion, was brand building, headshots. So they would teach you how to angle your body when a agency needs you to have only a shot of your face.
Successful agency, as I've seen on their Instagram and stuff like that, they're a successful agency. But as a school, I don't recommend paying all that money. Like, you can get something way cheaper.
And on conclusion, I think Barbizon is you get what you get, especially if you're in California, New York, Chicago. You are going to be competing with thousands and thousands of people for a role. If you are in a smaller city that's coming up, kind of like Atlanta, New Orleans, New Mexico, there is more opportunity there than you will in major city. Can you find a photographer and take photos much cheaper? Absolutely. Can you find modeling classes that are cheaper? Absolutely. It just, as I said, if you have the money, let me know if you have gone to the schools, because as I said, this video is not to be negative about them, but I want to hear from you, as well as if you got any gigs from it or not. Let me know in the comments below, and stay tuned for my next video, which is John Casablanca. See you guys next time. Bye. If you'd like to support the channel, please don't forget to buy our merch here on the YouTube store. Thank you so much, Lady Bosses, and until next time, boss out.